Well, hello and welcome back to yet another incredible video. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 of my favorite, easy, high-end looking Dollar Tree DIYs. So let's jump into it. So as you guys know, I love making baskets, and this one is very easy and made out of entirely Dollar Tree items. I'm using that nautical rope from the Dollar Tree as well as a Dollar Tree foam board, which you see me I make it, trace a shape, and then I go ahead and get that cut out. And that's kind of my base for my basket form. And then I will start to add the nautical rope to the bottom, and then I will put it on the top and the sides, and then you will see me begin to build the basket. So when I'm making baskets, I almost always seal them. I feel like that kind of helps to bind the rope together and makes it so that my baskets last longer and are more sturdy. In this case, I'm using a mixture, I think, of Mod Podge, flour, and a little bit of Waverly Antique Wax because I like a little tint, and I wanted this to finish off looking almost like a clay basket. And you will watch as I apply that and it comes together. And there you have it, and I love the way that this turned out. It is a perfect basket to style all year round, and as you guys know, I love these neutral colors. So this is another one of these lamps that I love, and I am using these brown 8x10 frames from Dollar Tree, and I go ahead and get those cleaned up. And then I will also be using one of those square kind of wood pieces that you get in a pack of 6 from the Dollar Tree, some tumbling tower blocks, and some pieces that I got from Shein. I believe these sold out, but I have used these in other DIYs. They're beautiful. And I basically just start to build my panel inside of that frame, just randomly choosing an abstract design. I was going for something kind of a little Frank Lloyd Wright, a little mid-century modern. That's kind of what was inspiring this piece. And you will see me begin to connect all of my pieces. And ultimately, I will need to do 4 panels because obviously we are building a box to make a light. And real quick, you will see me building kind of an internal box out of those chopping mats from the Dollar Tree because I just like how it diffuses the light, and you will see what I'm talking about when we get to the reveal. Okay, this is stunning and definitely one of my top 10 favorite lamp designs that I have ever made. I grabbed one of those truffle, whatever the heck you want to call them, candy dish, whatever, holders from the Dollar Tree, and I will be using some of those pre-stained tumbling tower blocks. So a lot of times when I'm adding hot glue to these plastic items, I do like to give them a little bit of a sand. So I did sand down the bottom of this dish, if you will, before I began to start adding my blocks. And when I add my blocks, I just add one and I kind of go all the way around the inside circle on the bottom or on the underside of the dish. Okay, so after I have my wood blocks on the bottom, I go ahead and grab some rocks that I had, and I believe I got these from the Dollar Tree as well, and I fill up my dish about 2/3 of the way up, and then I grab some of Greenery that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and I really do love this Greenery, and I start to try to create a little bit of an arrangement. I'm just going for something nice and simple and kind of low, if that makes sense, so that the piece feels cohesive. And that's it. It was a very easy, very simple DIY, but I love the way this turned out. I wanted to create something I have a little table up in my crafting area in the attic where I just kind of hang out, or Aaron and I chit chat, or I sit down and plan out my DIYs, and I wanted to have a little something on the table, and I thought this was perfect. She's beautiful, and she fits well here in the space. So make sure again to comment if you guys are digging this piece, and let me know which piece is your favorite throughout the video. Well, here's another easy one, and I hope you guys are sensing a theme. These are all stunning but easy DIYs that anybody can do. And with this, I'm using the 2x3 frames from the Dollar Tree. and I go ahead and attach 6 of them together to make one panel, and then I go ahead and make 3 more panels. So we wind up with 4 panels all day. And then I basically reinforce that with some popsicle sticks, just kind of gluing them down to the back of my design. Also, this is the first time where I started using, I think it's wax paper. You can buy a roll from the Dollar Tree for that $1.25, and I'm using that to kind of give me my panes, if you will, so that I have that diffused light look. And I like this because it's cheaper than the chopping mats. One thing to note is I almost always am just using an LED bulb that creates almost no heat, so you would want to make sure you were doing that if you opted to use the wax paper. Also, you will see me just kind of grab some beads and add those to the bottom as feet, and you will watch as this comes together. Again, stunning, but so very simple. Let me know if you guys love this one in the comments. Incredible video. And this is another quick one, and it's not particularly Christmas themed, but I think during this time of year, we're always looking at ways to just kind of decorate our home because we have people coming in and out. So this is a DIY for that. And it is basically a high-end dupe. And I'm doing it for under $5 with a pretty common Dollar Tree item. So let's just jump in. So I do place these appetizer cups together utilizing kind of like a paper towel holder roll. It's a little bit thicker than that. But I do that instead of connecting them together because they don't fit perfectly together, and I wanted this to be sturdy. Okay, so these are so simple and so elegant, and while I'm not usually into glam, I kind of like just how they're straddling the line. Again, let me know if you guys enjoy this piece. So this next DIY is one of my most favorite lamp designs, and I love it because it is freakishly easy. And I am just using some black 5x5 frames and some of those pre-stained tumbling tower blocks. And what I will begin to do is start to stack these. And you will watch as it comes together. Super easy process, but obviously if you have questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. So if you're new here, you might be wondering how I light my pieces, and I light them in a variety of ways. Sometimes I use puck lights, sometimes I use, battery operated candles, and sometimes I use light fixtures that I purchase from Amazon. That is the case with this piece. As you will see, I will you won't see this part, but I will slip it down over the top of that light fixture, and that's basically what's illuminating it. Mostly what I make are chassis, which is just the outside shell of a lamp, and then the rest and how you light it is entirely up to you. So you guys can see this design. She is beautiful, and I love just the simplicity of this, right? This could fit in anyone's decor. It just looks so sleek and so modern, and you guys know how easy this was to do and how inexpensive it was. Make sure to let me know in the comments if you're loving this piece. This one turns out as well. And shout out to Joy from Joyful Designs, who really kind of prompted me to give this one a shot. She had made a beautiful large planter using coasters from the Dollar Tree. I will try to find that video and link it in the comment box if you want to take a look at that. But basically I'm just using a set of coasters that I got from HomeGoods, and I'm just going to connect them together in a box. So once I have my box together, I just take some scrap paper. It's a little bit thicker than obviously paper, but it's not as thick as say foam board. And I just add that to my bottom and then trim it out so that it fits perfectly. And then our little planter here is complete. So I go ahead and just cut off a little piece of pool noodle and glue this down to the bottom. And then I stick in a succulent, also in honor of Joy. Joy loves succulents as much as I do. And then this girl is done. And again, you will see this styled here, shortly. Okay, so this is an awesome lamp, you guys, and I'm using those kind of decorative sink mats that the Dollar Tree had out for a while, and I start to create my panels. I'm basically putting them together end to end to create one long panel, and I will do that for 4 panels. You'll also see me using some tumbling tower blocks, and that's to give me surface area as I'm connecting my panels, because I will hot glue the panels together, but then also come back through with a brad nailer and brad nail into that tumbling tower block to give me a sturdier design. You will also see me take my piece outside and spray paint it black, and you will watch as this all comes together. I will also note that while you do not see this, I am using a motion sensor light from Asoko. They sent one to me, but I just recently found out that they have a motion sensor light for $5 at the Dollar Tree, which you could also use in this lamp. And I basically just create like a little platform that the motion sensor sits on top of, so that, and you'll see this in the reveal, as you walk by it, it recognizes you and turns on. Super cool and super modern looking, and tell me, you guys, tell me that this did not look super easy to put together as well. With one of those long wood planks that comes in a pack of 6 from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to give it a quick coat of Waverly Antique Wax and set it aside to dry. So while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and build the base of our riser. And to do that, I'm going to be using the smaller size block. And you will watch as I pull this together. I will start to make panels. I will connect my panels using some craft sticks just to kind of give them extra support. And we will ultimately wind up with an oblong box. And you will see this as we pull it together. So now we're just gonna go ahead and put on our wood piece, and that's just gonna top her off. And again, another quick and easy one, and you will see how she is styled right now. So when I think about risers, this is what I am thinking about. Something very neutral, something that I can use in all seasons and even in things that don't have to do with holidays. This is a perfect neutral riser that you can use to display all of your crafts. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments. Is basically 100% crafting my stash. As you guys know, I make a lot of lamps and I do use a lot of Dollar Tree frames. And this is me trying to find a way to use all that glass that comes from all those frames. So right away, you will see me start off. I always stash my glass in those kind of bubble mailers so that they don't break. And I will pick out a size and something that I have enough of to perform this DIY. I will also be using some tumbling tower blocks, and you will see that as this comes together. I start gluing down my tumbling tower blocks, and in this case I am not going to use hot glue because it would not work. I am going to be using E6000, and you can certainly use any other strong adhesive. And I should say this, how I lay my blocks down has nothing to do with any particular pattern. What I'm really just trying to do is create a structural support system that is strong. Ultimately, when I spray paint it, you won't be able to see these blocks. So as you guys are watching me put down these blocks, I want to take a quick second and just say shout out to Joy. Joy from Joyful Designs is one of those people who is on this platform to just bring magic. First off, her crafts are incredible. Second off, the support that I have seen her show myself and other creatives is out of this world. So please, you guys, make sure after you watch this video that you head on over to her channel and see what she's put together. And make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get her to 1,000, and we would really appreciate your help. So once I have my blocks all laid down, I go ahead and I let this cure for about 24 hours. And when I come back, it is sturdy. I was a little bit worried because this is my first time using this technique, but this was pretty dang sturdy. And you guys will see that because obviously I will have to handle it several times, including taking this piece outside so that I can go ahead and spray paint it. The very first thing is I'm going to lay down 2 coats of just plain white matte spray paint. So after those white coats have dried, this is where I get fancy. I had some stencils that I had gotten from Temu, and I really, really wanted to give one of these a try. Usually I don't mess around with stencils because they can be, you know, stenciling. And sometimes a little bit complicated, but I'm like, I'm gonna try this. So I picked out one that I liked. It's kind of this like 1960s kind of floral pattern, and I go to work. Now it's gonna require me to tape down some of my areas because I'm using 2 different color spray paints for this stencil. So what you'll see me do is tape it down and then go ahead and bust out the yellow spray paint, and then I will spray that part that is the flower using yellow, and then I will tape that part down and then spray my part that is green. Okay, so I think the stencil came out pretty good, but I did come through with one of those fine tipped white paint pencils, markers if you will, and just kind of do a little touch up off camera. Lastly, because my inspiration for this piece is again kind of the 60s or something that's kind of old a little bit and worn, I went ahead and did a coat of Mod Podge, but I tinted my Mod Podge with a little bit of Waverly Antique Wax. And this was to kind of give that top coat just a little of that kind of light brown, kind of worn flavor, if you will. And that's it, and you will see how I style this in just a moment. Well, as always, I can't thank you guys enough for watching. I truly do appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, I invite you to come back, hang out, and be okay with us.